You're listening to an Accent Productions podcast.
Hello friends and welcome back to Moody&D. Last week on Moody&D, the party survived a fight against a series of mechanical sentinels which guarded their passage through the rest of the dungeon. After defeating them and inserting keys which dropped from each of the mechanisms into the door that barred their passage, the door dropped into the ground and they moved further into the dungeon. As they pressed forward, they found a room with runes similar to the room which originally summoned the projection of Kazarash. Only this time, the room seemed to have a very large gash in the wall. As they continued forward, they encountered a series of hallways. Klaus decided to go down the furthest left hallway and found himself stepping down onto a pressure plate, activating a trap which dropped a very large metal and spiked ball rolling in his direction. After surviving being crushed by it, just barely, Klaus suggested the party walk down a parallel hallway to the one with the spiked ball. Audra went first looking for traps until she felt a similar pressure plate shift beneath her foot. Ima stepped on the plate and took the damage for her as a familiar spiked ball crushed him, nearly destroying him in the process. The party then pressed forward into the dungeon, and this is where we will pick up our story.
I would like to check for traps every 20, 30 feet or so.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
20.
No seeming traps.
Okay, cool.
You get into this large, very large room with circles and runic symbols drawn in the draconic language over what is looks to be about a 45 by 35 foot room. In the from the direction that you enter, you are on the far left side of the room, and then on the far right side of the room, on the same wall that you entered in, so like straight back corner from your direction, there appears to be a door, and then the far opposite corner from where you entered. Yes, you entered from the, so far right corner, there is a 15-foot wide opening. And then, and that's all you see is the giant draconic runes in the circle, the door in the bottom corner, and then the exit up top.
Okay. Can I read what the runes say since they're in draconic?
Yeah, so these appear to be runic symbols. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Oh, it's like +2, yeah. 16?
16. Okay, with a 16, you're not extremely acquainted with magic, but what you are able to put together is this appears to be runes that are used for what seems to convert one creature into a different type of creature permanently. And if used by a high enough level spellcaster, could do so.
Okay.
Okay. Could I see the layout of the room once you're done with it?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think that this is right. You can double check with the DM.
Thank you.
If we're at the bottom.
So this is... Oh, we're at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
there's an opening here.
Yep, opening here, door there.
What is the D?
That's the door on the far end of the room.
And then just...
There's no door on the far end of the room. There's the opening and then the door in that corner.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Yep, and then you came through the bottom.
Yeah, and then the
left.
circle... Where exactly is that inscription that she saw?
That is this is her examining the entirety of the circle, which spans the majority of the room.
On the floor?
Collectively on the floor. This whole thing writes out a very large arcane equation that you can't quite exactly understand, but you understand the premise of.
Okay.
So, that's what you're looking at.
I'm going to explain what I read about turning people permanently.
Yeah.
Ish.
Converting one creature into a different kind of creature permanently.
I'm kind of just leaning against one of the walls.
Do you think that maybe Kazarash did this? Like the man that we saw? The hologram? And maybe he did this enchantment?
Maybe he turned himself into a dragon or A dragon
Vice
turned
versa.
himself into a human, into a flesh bag.
I don't think he would have turned himself into a human.
Why not? Well. Okay. I don't.
Either way, I do not believe that either of us have the expertise to use this to its fullest potential.
Yeah. Okay. Ima, do you want to go through the door or through? Actually, can I check? Do I hear anything coming from the opening?
Yeah, perception check.
26, natural 20.
Dang. You do hear the dripping coming from somewhere in that direction.
In the opening?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
opening, yep.
I think we should go this way.
I kind of very lethargically push myself away from the wall, and I kind of snap my neck. And I start walking towards you guys.
Were you hiding that or did I notice that?
No, I just snapped, like lethargically, kind of stood up, standing there.
I'm still mad at you. I'm gonna walk towards the opening.
Okay. You walk towards the opening.
At the opening, can I check for traps again?
Yeah, go for it. Making an investigation check.
Oh. 14.
You do not seem to see any traps.
Are you guys following me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm gonna keep walking down that opening.
Okay. You make your way through this opening and it turns right, and you can see two different exit ways. Down at the end of the hallway, there is a set of double doors. And then directly to your, once you go through this opening and there's a right, directly to the right of that,
Okay.
there's another set of double doors.
So
Double
doors in
doors.
front and then double doors to the right.
Yes.
Okay.
There's double.
And we're in a hallway?
Yes, you are in the end of a hallway. Directly to your
Mhm.
right is a set of double doors, and then about 30 feet down the end of the hallway is another set of double doors.
Nothing to our left, right?
Nothing to your left.
Okay.
Any ideas, Ima?
Perception check to see if there's anything that would hint towards
What
the
do you?
direction we should
What are you
go
looking
in.
for?
Tiny
Is this like? Are
dinosaur
you trying to
traps or-
insight check the DM to determine where I want you?
I'm just gonna ask and watch your face, Darcini.
That'll be a DC of a 31.
It's phenomenal. What do you want to do? What are you
looking
trying to do?
for any like tiny scratches or any other dinosaur,
Perception check.
undead dinosaur things, marks.
We haven't run into any more of those.
Perception check.
I'm just not very keen on walking forward with very little hit points.
Yeah, like if
The two of us are like on the brink of death.
Your passive insight shows you that he is like, if he
About to
went into
die.
combat, he would probably not survive it.
So we need another long rest. Is that what we're
Yes.
saying?
You would be able to tell that. Whether you care or not is up to you.
Yeah. Okay. But could I tell that from Ima?
Ima's a little bit harder to read, but there are definitely
I
like
mean,
scratches and
4 HP.
yeah,
He's lacking some stone in some
you
places.
can see there are a couple places where the he's got various runes.
Tell me these things. I care about
there,
you.
there are various runes on the side of his arms, and like his arms. Well, he did not have this when he was created. There are gold scales that sort of etched themselves into himself within his first few months alive, and those usually have like a faint orangish reddish glow to them, and that is sort of flickering instead of consistently glowing.
Okay.
13. Perception.
You do not see anything in the way of tiny little dinosaur claw marks.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I was so frustrated at the moment that I wasn't paying attention. Do you need to rest?
I don't think we can. I mean,
What do you mean?
you've only been awake for so long. We
Oh, you have
wouldn't
to wait a
rest.
certain amount of time?
You can only take one long rest within a 24-hour period.
We haven't gotten very far.
So we need a short rest?
I
That-
have no more hit dice.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Why did
we-
you not let me... okay.
because it is
I know.
literally, it is
I know
literally
it's
my
your job,
entire
Ima,
character.
but like... This is all your fault, Klaus.
I don't even acknowledge you. I don't even acknowledge anything that you're saying at the moment, not even looking at you.
Okay.
I think we should go to the right.
Or sorry, not to the right, to the left. I've been using the wrong direction this entire
Yeah,
time.
the other right.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
that's fine.
So we have one in front of us.
You have one directly in front of you
And then to
and
the
one
left.
to the left. And then there's a bunch of places that you have ignored on your way to where you are now. Bunch of different doors, bunch of different pathways.
I think the one on the left.
The one on the left? Okay. I think we should take a short rest. Quickly. And then we can take the door on the left.
All right.
Okay. I will take watch. I really just want to talk to Klaus by himself. I want to like let Ima power down for a second. Is that something you do?
He can do that, yes, but he's
not going to regain any.
conscious
Right,
the
right.
entire time.
I mean,
Like,
would
has
she
all
know
of
that
his-
though?
You wouldn't, but yeah.
So I just
do
like
we-
power down and they keep talking.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
just sort
"Ah,
of-
interesting.
Okay.
I just kind of sit down very slowly, and I don't know, look at my open wounds.
Just kind of examining yourself.
Mm,
Yep, definitely in pain.
Yeah, and I just kind of start mumbling something to myself. I'm gonna use Song of Rest again.
Okay, Audra, you aren't missing any hit points, are you?
I'm missing 2.
Okay.
Last time I rolled a 12, I only needed like a couple of hit points. Now I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Plus your Constitution modifier.
Plus my Constitution modifier, that actually helps. So
Yes.
that's a 3, it's a 5, so I'm up to 11. That's decent, I guess.
Okay. I think that Ima has powered down because I don't realize apparently he can hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sit there.
I'm going to walk over to Klaus.
I just sit. I just kind of mumble something to myself under my breath.
And while I'm doing this, I'm like sweeping to make sure nothing comes towards us. So I'm like not really looking at you. I'm gonna kind of like sit next to you. So I'm like keeping.
I'm looking towards the door,
Okay.
The door on the far end?
the far end. Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll sit next to you with like my back. So like he's facing the door. I'm facing the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Backs. Okay. Sorry, that was really loud, Mike. Okay, Klaus. I've never met someone like you, and I'm really not liking you anymore. And I have to say that since my uncle left, Ima is the closest person that I've met. And if he dies because you made mistakes, I will kill you. And but I also want to make sure that Ima lives. I've wanted adventure. I've wanted to do something outside of the temple my whole life, and now I get this chance. But it's not as easy as I thought it would be. I need you to make good decisions, because I don't know what I'm doing. But the decisions you've made so far have not been good. And if you die, then I don't have anyone to help me keep Ima alive.
As you're talking, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna stare down at you, straight into your eyes, my black eyes, filled with rage. And I just look at you and I say, how dare you, little child, speak to me that way? What do you mean, my decisions? Yes, I have made a wrong move once in this last hallway. I have suffered more in my entire life than you can even imagine. And you lived diddly and peacefully in your little temple. And just because you do not know the danger that is out there, you dare question me? You dare question my decisions and what I have done with my life? You would not even be able to sustain 1 minute of the suffering that I have known my entire life. I care for Ima. I do not care for you or for your self-being, or for your safety, or for anything about you. You have not given me 1 moment of trust towards you. Stealing from me, letting me fall into danger, letting me get attacked. Yes, I made 1 wrong move. The wrong move was thinking that I can go first, was thinking that I can trust you. And that was my mistake. You are right. I will be more careful now. And I kind of just walk towards Ima.
Ima, you hear all this.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, I don't even walk towards Ima. I just kind of walk to somewhere else.
Do you walk further back down the...
Back where we came from.
Okay, back to the rune room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch him walk off.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at Ima, who I think is still powered down.
Yep.
And even though apparently we both mutually hate each other, he said that he likes Ima. So I'm happy. I'm gonna go over to Ima and try to wake him up. Ima, poke him. Ima.
I'll power back on, I assume.
Do you try to like pretend to power back
It's
on? Performance check or deception, one of your choice.
Same either way. 12.
Insight.
Okay.
Or actually, what's your passive insight?
13.
Okay, you could tell that he's putting on a bit of a show.
Does it click that like, oh, he wasn't powered down at all?
It's definitely an inkling in your mind.
Okay.
A pretty strong inkling.
Okay. I'm gonna let it go. Ima, let's go find Klaus. And we're going to walk back.
Klaus.
I will be back in the runic room examining the door that was like on the right of where we entered.
The one where we had the switch, that thing?
No.
This room.
The room with the runic symbols, with the runic circle.
Oh, that rune room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be examining the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Just see if it's gonna kill me if I open it.
If the door will kill you?
Yes.
As he
Insight check on a piece of wood.
Hey, you never know.
never know what this.
That will be a 5.
This is a very angry looking door. You might not want to open that.
I honestly, I'm just kind of standing there with my head resting against the door.
Yeah, it's less of a I'm examining the door, more like, what else do I do right now?
Okay, so, do we see him with his head on the door? We
Yes,
walk
you
back.
see him just leaning, horns against the door.
No, I got like back horns that go forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you said yours were based in the
Or what
forehead.
did I
and
say?
You said
Oh, yeah, no,
first
you're right.
episode they were
You're
based
right.
in the forehead and moved
And yeah,
back.
and they move backwards. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Wrong Klaus.
As he
There's several.
see him doing that to the door, I'm just gonna go up next to him and check for traps.
Go ahead and make a investigation check.
20.
No traps.
Okay. Is
It
the
is
door
locked though.
It's locked.
Yep.
I'm going to still look at the door. I'm not going to look at Klaus. Do you want to go through this door?
As they started walking towards me and I noticed them, I kind of straightened up, all pompously.
Yep.
By the way, I have a hat the entire time with like a huge rim.
Yes.
But that doesn't matter. I just look at it and I say, I believe you do not have a key unless you are able to lockpick the door.
I can do that. Or if you really think we need to check the other hallways, we can.
We can.
You tell me, since apparently you're the leader.
I've always been the leader. Which other hallways do you mean?
The one with the metal balls, now that we know where the traps are.
I do not believe that there is anything there because once the other trap was triggered, we heard the metal contraption fall into a pit. I do not believe we want to find out what's at the bottom of that pit.
Okay. Then I will try to jimmy rig the door.
Thieves' tools check using your dexterity.
And proficiency, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a natural 19, so that's 24.
Yeah. Right in. Door is unlocked.
We can either go through this door or we can go and check out the dripping that you've been hearing constantly, which was down the other hallway that we were just at.
Mm-hmm.
Ima, what do you think?
So led to the double doors.
Yes, the two double doors.
The double doors.
Quadruple doors.
So Ima, do we do this door or check out one of the double doors?
Why not this door? As long as it's a way out.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door.
All right, you open the door and you see, similar to the panels in the one massive room with individual panels, this appears to be just a singular panel. Arcana check from you.
Okay. A 9.
That's high enough that you can determine that this one probably controls everything magical within the entire temple. Only the magical things. None of the mechanical, but only the magical.
Like even the temple upstairs or just like the basement area we've been?
You've not encountered anything magical in the temple upstairs.
That's fair. Okay.
Except for all the magical beings that live there.
Okay.
Semi-magical.
Yeah. Just pulling your
Should
chain.
we... Everything that has like attacked us so far has been, aside from metal balls, has been like magical.
So the most of these things have been magical. You do not. You would not venture to guess that the mechanical creatures that attacked you while you were in the switch room, those things did not appear to be magical. They appeared to be entirely mechanical.
Okay, but we also couldn't unlock the doors without the magic being on.
That
Because
is
we tried turning the keys and they weren't. Oh no, we only tried them one at a time. Dang it. I'm gonna flip the switch.
Okay, make an Arcana check for me. This is to turn off everything.
It's just one giant lever?
Or actually, hold on. No, this is not to dissipate all magic. This is enough. You would be able to tell this actually would unlock all doors and remove all illusions.
Yeah, I'm flipping that switch.
Make an Arcana check.
A 10.
No, not high enough.
So, wait.
I really think
so
that
it's a
we should
metal
flip
switch?
the switch.
This is not a switch. It's a series of equations,
Oh.
certain things that you would solve in order to activate this panel. But if done so, it appears that it would dissipate all illusions and unlock all locked doors within this space.
Ima, I believe you are the most sufficient one with magical instructions from all of us. How about you try? Will the DC be higher now?
DC will not be higher.
Okay.
No.
I will attempt to solve the magic equations of magicalness.
Of magic power.
Cool.
The magic puzzle.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check of magicalness.
Ooh. 9.
No.
Okay, I'm going to try as well. Come on, give me a good roll.
Close, I think it needs a kingly flair to it. Well, never mind.
8.
As magically educated as some of you are, and as acquainted with arcane things as another one of you is, you cannot seem to manage to figure out this puzzle. You can certainly try again. The DC will now be higher.
I was about to say, can I try again with a higher DC?
Yeah, sure.
Let's keep going.
I'll remind you, you have inspiration.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to inspire you.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Same thing, a 10. I'm done with this dice.
The DC is going to keep increasing progressively from now on.
So, for every person?
For every person.
Ah,
I
that's
will try.
no fair.
No, it is fair because you're seeing other people try to
You
solve
know,
it, and they're just
inspiration would've
convoluting
been
the
nice.
situation even more.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna stand next to you and cheer you on. Not cheer you on, but just kind of.
All right, Ima, you have a D6 if you
Yeah.
want it. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Cool cats.
Natural 20.
To a total of...
Hang on, I'm gonna throw inspiration in there.
Yeah.
27.
Ima, as you look at these series of equations... Well, let's just combine the words arcane and equations to arquations.
Arquations.
Hey, that works.
As you look at these series of equations, your spellcasting does not come from an arcane knowledge, but you have seen Surak work and start programming things arcanely, and so you look at this and you're like, oh, well, I've seen him do this before, and so you start moving certain things around on this panel, filling in certain pieces of the equation, and you click something into place. And the whole thing glows a bright, like turquoise blue, and you believe you have successfully dissipated all illusions and all locked doors within this temple, or within this part of the temple.
I just kind of give you a very kingly nod as you solve the puzzle.
Ta-da!
Nice job, Ima. Nice job. Do I need to do another torch? Or are we good? Where are we at?
Well, you two have torches up right now, so in about an hour, one of you will need to replace your torches, but also there are some lights in corners of rooms because you didn't turn the kill switch off again.
Cool. Okay, double doors.
Now the question remains, do we still want the arcane to be on from the room way back when we encountered the metal contraptions?
I think so. Just in case.
Just in case we want some more magic.
You guys, I will remind you, did not individually inspect things and try to turn off things you have already encountered. You've left everything on.
I thought we turned them all off, no?
No, you hit the kill switch, and then the one that activated the mechanisms, the robot
Yeah,
things.
we didn't hit, and
You
then
haven't-
we
you haven't-
destroyed one other one.
Right, you destroyed one other one.
Oh, that's right. He went like...
Yeah. I did do that.
But you have not looked at any of the others
to see if they were like off now.
to see what they did, to see what they were
that's
connected to.
right.
You haven't checked any of that.
Just feels like we're going backwards.
It might feel like we're going backwards, but it might also save our lives.
Your decision, leader. I'm not gonna look at him as I say it, but
I think we should. Oh, wrong leader.
Yes, Ima,
yeah,
I will let you speak.
We could just keep moving forward, and we've survived so far.
Yes, but you are almost dead.
It's true.
I mean, you look down and you're like, oh, right.
I shall make the
Right.
kingly decision to go back and try to figure out some of the switches that were in the previous room.
All right.
All right, you head back. You guys follow?
Yeah.
All right, you go back to the switch room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so every single one of those on that map there is an individual switch to something within the dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah, we recognize some of them, right?
Yes, so the ones you recognize, you can see there is one for... okay, there is one for the thing that you kept getting shot at when you two entered that one room with the skeleton and the gold. There is one for the room that had the wine bottles in it. There is one for a room you have not, or you ran into very quickly.
With the table of food?
Yes, the table. There's one for that. There are individual ones for the mirror rooms that you encountered. There is one for the circles when you in that very first room with the that transported you to a different circle. There's one for that. There is one for the statue. There is one that seems to control a series of axes that you have not seen yet.
Like battle axes?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That appear to be on some sort of rotating thing.
Terrifying.
There is one for the very large series of runic circles and draconic that you encountered in the that appeared to have the transmutive properties. There is one that controls the key door that you guys encountered. There is one that controls that vine that kept pulling you back to the beginning of that one room. There is one that controlled the stone statue with the sword. And there are two more that I can't see from my angle. There is one that controlled the switches that drop the spike ball. And then there is one that controlled the three robots, which
I already did.
you already touched. So you know that one labeled I is the one that activated the robots.
Okay, what is the S? Because it's also in a different color.
Yes, that one is the one that activates the various spinning axes that I described.
Okay. What will we say if we just turn everything off? Because it seems like all of these are designed to kill you.
Alma just starts going like,
Something we probably should have done quite a bit ago.
yes.
The only one that it did not appear to be inherently designed to kill you was the table. That one didn't seem to do anything negative when you entered.
The one thing we avoid.
You spent a good 6 seconds in there,
Right, 'cause I was
and nothing bad happened to you.
Yes, however, the food might be dangerous, poisonous,
I was thinking
Illusions.
that.
illusions.
Are all of the switches are on right now?
All of the switches are on right now, except for the mechanism one doesn't do anything anymore because you destroyed it. The spikes one seems to be apparently activated and needs to be reset. So
Okay.
something appears to have already done that. You destroyed the one that deactivated the spike ball. That one was the one you grabbed the lever from in order to shut the door.
So we couldn't have.
So you couldn't have done anything about that one, at least from that location.
I don't want to not like my character.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
That's up to you. I'm loving this.
No, as
so-
Rachel,
Right.
she's in the wrong. This is terrible.
So those are the three that you guys have interacted with so far. Is the one labeled I, which
Mhm.
activated the spinning
I, the
things.
E.
The E one is the one that would have deactivated the spike ball until you broke it. And then the S is the one that appears to have already been expended and needs to be reset in order to reactivate the trap.
Okay. So my suggestion would be to turn all of this off and try to go to the rooms that we have not explored yet and that might not be dangerous anymore, and try to find as much helpful material, maybe some healing potions, maybe some healing herbs, things that might keep us alive. Maybe something arcane to munch on for Ima.
Not even going to look at them, but I'm going to start flipping switches.
All right. So you start powering these things down over and over and over again. You're just doing it blindly?
I mean, Can I like do investigation checks before?
So yeah, here's what I'll have you do.
Or Arcana checks.
With only one, will I have you, with the one labeled Y, make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Do I know which the Y correlates to?
That one is the one that activated the table.
Okay, so the table is the Y.
Yep. Make an Arcana check.
Okay, dang it. Okay. It's a new dice.
New dice, who dis?
How about I do it? I got a 13.
She's gotten there first because you instructed her, and she's closest to that one right now.
Mine was a natural 1, which is a 3 total.
Natural one, you do not notice anything. You shut it down.
Okay.
All right, so all of those, you've deactivated every single individual switch for anything specific. So that leaves the torches on, various things like that. You've dissipated all of the illusions, so any illusionary walls that would have existed will now be gone.
Okay.
So you may discover new things as you're working your way back through the dungeon.
Yeah. So I suggest that we start working back. Maybe first go into the room with the table and see what happened there.
Great, I'm going to start walking that way.
All right. As you guys make your way back, you do see one hallway that you had passed that seemed to have nothing in it and seemed to be nothing at the time. Has revealed some sort of illusionary wall has disappeared, and it reveals a pile of gold and various different magical things.
We examine.
Yep.
All right. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Man, I gotta...
Each of you can individually make investigation checks.
Investigation?
Woo, not 20.
That beats my 13.
And that will be a 23.
Cool.
12.
All right. You two just find various gold, nice shiny gems.
Magic item, magic item, magic item.
How much? Yeah. How much? Somewhere in the range of about 500 gold amongst the entire horde. Keep in mind that weighs 25 pounds. So keep that in mind with your carrying capacity.
I'm going to just take 250.
I don't know what my
And
carrying
amongst that
capacity
whole
is.
thing with a carrying capacity
Magic
equals
item,
15
magic
times
item.
strength score.
Magic item,
Strength.
In there,
magic item, magic item, magic item. Magic item, magic item, magic
with a
item.
natural 20, Klaus,
Magic item.
you find two things.
Magic
Or
item.
rather, three things.
Okay.
Magic items?
You find 2 basic healing potions. And you find 1 +1 dagger.
Dagger.
Dagger. I will give both of the healing potions to Ima, and I will pat him on the shoulder, and I will kind of grunt at... No, not even. I am going to walk up to Adra.
Okay.
Catch her attention, look her straight in the eyes, and give her the dagger, and walk away.
You are handed a very, very nice dagger, Audra. This is the nicest thing you've ever seen. You know if you hit someone with this, it will be A, significantly easier to pierce into their skin, and B, far easier to deal damage with.
Okay. Dagger +1. So does that go to my attack bonus? Or?
Yes, so when you attack with daggers, you will have a +1 to your attack bonus and your damage rolls.
Oh, okay.
You have 2 basic healing potions. Those do in addition, they heal you 2d4 + 2 hit points. Whether you choose to use them now or not is entirely up to you.
Ima will just put them in his bag for now.
Okay.
Just really quickly, when you're using a healing potion in combat, is that
It
a
is
bonus action?
So it's a bonus action to feed one to yourself. It is an action to give it to someone else.
Okay.
All right. That is all you find in this room. As you continue to make your way back to the table, you do not find any additional rooms that you missed. And you make it back to that table room. And what was once a bunch of food is gone. It's just a table.
Okay. Also, if my carrying capacity, you said
It's strength times 15.
Okay, then I do want to take all 500 gold pieces.
For yourself?
For now, I'm going to spread it out, but I'm going to throw it in my backpack at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
didn't both of them find?
No. 500 gold pieces was the whole hoard.
Okay.
Yes, it was. You gather Kazarash's as a dragon, his tiny selfish hoard that he kept.
It's not very much for a dragon.
No,
Okay. So,
because he was once. Well, yeah.
okay, so the table is clear.
Yes, there appears to be nothing on it right now.
I'm just gonna investigate the table and the room
Cool.
in general.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that as well.
Okay, make investigation checks.
But I'm gonna move the opposite way of Klaus.
Cool.
12.
Okay. Investigation. 14.
All right. As you guys are investigating, you just start moving in opposite directions around the room. You don't find anything negative, and you run into each other on the other side.
I also investigated it, like the table, touched
Yep.
it,
Yeah, nothing.
breathed on it, smelled it, licked
You
it.
go up to give it a nice lick. Get a splinter in your tongue.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, no, it does not appear to. No, you don't.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Then I'm gonna say, you two, wait here. I'm gonna go flip the switch for this room again and see if anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then
All
I'm
right.
just gonna go back and flip the switch.
You go back, flip the switch.
and go back to them.
Cool. It takes you a little bit to get back to them,
Mhm.
but I'm Adra. While you guys are in the room, as he flips the switch, another hologram projection of Kazarash appears. He says, just sort of looking out into the where the entrance of the room would be, which is not where you are now.
Uh-huh.
Welcome. I understand this place is difficult to survive. Take a rest. And he gestures towards the table, and various food items appear.
I don't trust it.
I'm going to walk towards the food.
Okay.
And I can't sense traps, can I?
No, you do not. You can't just force sense.
Yeah.
That's a trap. No, you can't.
Okay.
Just let me know when I walk into the room.
Yep. About 10 seconds later, you get there.
Okay.
What's is there tiny pieces like a grape, like a little walnut or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to pick up something small.
Yeah. You grab a grape, walnut, whatever you want.
Okay.
And you tell
Does
me
it-
what you want to grab.
A grape.
Okay, you grab a grape.
Does it do anything?
It's a grape.
Okay, I want to smell it.
You're holding a grape. You smell it. It smells like a grape.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
It tastes like a grape.
Do I sense any magical abilities now?
As
that all is happening, I just kind of walk into the
It's a
room. and I'm
very
like,
it's a very delicious grape.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
what is happening?
Is the Kazarash hologram still up?
No, it vanished as soon as it's finished. As soon as it said take a rest, it
Okay.
vanished.
I'm going to grab another grape and pop it in my mouth and then turn towards Klaus. Kazarash, the image of him appeared and said that we should take a rest. And the food showed up. I haven't died yet. I think it's good.
Okay, I will wait for a bit.
How long do you wait?
I don't know, just for a little bit. Especially if they start eating more,
Yeah.
and I see that they are fine, then I'm gonna start eating.
Ima, will you try something? Maybe I don't have arcane abilities, but maybe it help you? Because you're from Kazarash's heart, right? Or blood?
I can try.
I'm going to hand him a little grape.
As you hand him the grape, as he puts his fingers around it, it shifts into what looks like a small ball of concentrated arcane energy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You bite it, and for once in your life, it's this very unique sensation. You've never had a use for food, you've never eaten, but you experience the nearest thing to flavor that you can experience. And you know as you chew this, you're like, I will never experience this again, but this is some form of arcane sustenance.
Interesting. So as I see that happening, I just kind of sit down and and I just start just stuffing my face.
Cool.
Tastes like chicken.
As
Says the man who's never eaten chicken.
Yeah.
So we're all just chilling and eating?
Yep.
I mean, I'm not gonna overeat. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
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 And as you eat, you guys, within about 30 minutes, become full.
Okay.
And you feel refreshed, and restored, your wounds close. Y'all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Ooh.
Good thing I didn't use
That
those
is-
potions.
Oh. So you all can take a
Nice.
long rest. You get half your hit dice back, all of your spell slots, and all of your hit points.
In this moment of feeling good,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk over to Klaus. But I'm not going to look at him. As long as you're taking care of Ima, we're cool. And I'm going to give him 250 gold
Okay.
and his 2 rings that I stole.
I'm going to take the rings. I'm going to leave the gold. And I'm going to say... Sorry, what did you say exactly?
She gives you 200. As long as you're protecting Ima, you're good.
Nothing that I do is up to you. And I just take the rings.
He leaves you with the gold.
Begrudgingly take the gold back. I mean, I'm going to take it, but I'm going to...
Mhm.
I
And I'm
guess
gonna
I'll
slip
take
my
the
rings.
250 gold back.
You have no need for it, Ima. I take care of you.
Fair enough.
Wait, where do I hit the long rest button?
It's by the short rest button.
All right. So you guys gain the effects of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is there still food on the table?
There is still food on the table, yes.
Okay. So it seems that we might still be able to come back here if we need to.
Okay.
Do you think we could create, like, magic food rations out of it, perchance?
Perhaps. Do you have anything that you would be able to put enough food into for it to be sustainable?
I have a bag.
I also have this sachet, and I just kind of
Sachet?
I don't know.
Satchel?
Satchel.
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 Satchel. Again,
Not your first language.
not my first language. The one that I had all the rocks in.
Yes.
I just have that. It's not very big. It's probably the size of Reese's dice bag.
Which is pretty big.
For a dice bag.
Yes, for a dice bag, it's huge.
I'll just grab some food and just chuck it in.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Tie it
I'm
up.
gonna say, Ima, grab me enough food too, please. Please and thank you.
All right, you guys grab 3 people's worth of rations.
Okay. Do you remember if there were any other rooms that we might have missed along the way when we were exploring the dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've missed any.
There's only one door that you guys have not unlocked that you have encountered.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be the one at, like, the very beginning?
No.
Not including that
No,
one.
there was a door in the one hallway with the statue on the far end,
That's
directly
right.
on the left. That was one door that you did not unlock.
Okay. How about that? Let us walk back to all the rooms that we did go to, because pointing at the dagger and like the gold, or maybe not pointing, but like we found a lot of very helpful things.
Yeah, we can get the armor too. Maybe the skeleton is down for good.
Maybe. So let us walk back and we just...
All right. So as you guys work your way backwards, going back, you get to the first room where that image of Kazarash was projected. Nothing new appears to present itself there. You move back towards the space where you originally came from, that one hallway with the skeleton. And as you move in, you can see there's now an opening at the far end of the hallway on your right. So coming out of the room where Kazarash, that image presents itself, going into the hallway where you encountered the skeleton, from the direction that you're heading right now, that hallway where the skeleton was, the massive one, the super long one, is to your left, but right in front of you and directly to your right along the edge of the wall, about 20 feet in front of you, is now an opening that was not there before.
I'm gonna go and
Let us all go and get the armor, then try to go into the new opening in the wall and then the door that we did not explore.
All right.
Does everyone agree? And I'm kind of just glancing at the two of you.
yes, but I
I
still think
guess.
Ima should go first into that. Is that magical that like blasted me back last time?
That was something that you shut down.
We turned
Oh, we
it
did
off.
shut it down.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
you turned that off.
Okay, great. Then yeah, let's go in that room.
All right, you guys make your way back to that room.
Mm-hmm.
No magic blasting.
Great.
And there's the skeleton in full suit of gold armor.
And there was extra gold around them too. Right?
Yes, various pieces of gold.
Okay.
But you see that not all of that is there anymore. It's really just the skeleton and the gold armor.
Oh. I am going to try to lift the gold armor because I think I have more strength. than you.
Strength check.
What's your strength score?
11.
We both have a 10.
Yeah.
She's the strongest
She's
one.
the-
Not a very strong. How is this possible? I am playing a wizard right now with a strength of 18. Come on, guys.
Why would you put?
It's a 9.
I'll show you the stats. You cannot pick up the armor.
Can Ima help me if we like? You know what? I'm gonna put the. You said that when I held the gauntlet, there was some like little bit of arcane-ish.
It looked like it might have had some sort of arcane function when united with the whole armor.
Okay, I'm gonna take the gauntlet out,
Mm-hmm.
and can I like just lay the armor out like a person?
Yeah.
And like put the gauntlet there.
Yeah.
Does it do anything?
Nope. You slowly do this over a period of like 30 minutes because this is heavy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You start moving it into place.
Can
and it
I
doesn't do
try
anything.
putting it on?
Are you proficient with heavy armor?
It's heavy armor. No.
And your strength is 10? No, you cannot put on plate mail made entirely of gold.
Heavy.
How about we try dressing Ima in it? He seems the most fitting.
Can he do heavy armor?
No.
Then. But there was a giant sword, right?
But it's magical.
It's magical. I want to see what it does.
Listen.
Curses Ima. and
If
he
you
dies.
start doing it, then Audra will follow.
Okay, I'm just gonna start like trying to put the gauntlet on him.
Strength
It's
check.
a team effort.
Strength
I will
check,
help him once I
trying to
realize he's
pick
trying
up
to
all
do
I
these
will
these
bend
things.
down and help him.
Yep, okay, make it with advantage.
Okay.
Natural 20.
That's a 16.
16 is enough that you can start getting it onto Ima, but you start to realize very quickly this wasn't made for someone Ima's size. It was made for a normal-sized humanoid, as evidenced by the basic humanoid skeleton that was inside it at one point in time.
Oh well.
Can I just take the sword? Because there was a sword on it.
Make a strength check.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it's magic.
But it's magic, doesn't it? Like just
Not
Change
this particular, not this
size?
particular kind of magic armor.
The sword's staying. It was a 7.
Yep, you try to at least pick up.
You're right, Ima. This is very heavy. That probably happened.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
cannot.
Okay,
manage it.
then let us go to the illusion.
The big opening that wasn't there before.
All right, so you go back to that opening.
Can I take what little gold was there?
The only gold that was left was the armor.
Okay. Was there anything else in the room?
You could take like a finger
I-
off the gauntlet.
No. Can I just do a perception check really
It
quick?
was just that.
Nothing else in the room?
Nothing
okay,
else of
perfect.
interest.
Okay.
Can I
Great.
try to pick up the sword?
Make a strength check.
Magic sword.
I should have played a barbarian.
Ooh. I think this might do it. 5.
No.
Nice.
You bend down to pick it up, but the joints in your golem body were not meant to support this much weight, and your knees kind of lock into place.
I should have played Kip, the gnome barbarian.
So you guys go back to that one opening, and as you step in, what you see is a lightly furnished room, various bookshelves, a couple couches, and a desk, and what appears to be a study.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the bookshelves and like pick up a book and pretend that I know how to read.
Cool. You pick up a book, and you flip through the pages.
Mm-hmm. I put it back, pick up another one,
Yep.
flip through the pages. I put it back and I say, I'm not sure what is here.
I'm going to go to the desk.
Okay, you go to the desk.
Is there anything on the desk?
Yeah, so as you get over to the desk, there are various different sheets of paper, and you notice that one of the sheets of paper matches the series of arcane sigils in that one room that seem to have transmutive properties
Okay.
that could permanently transform one creature into another.
Okay.
You gather based off of that this was probably Kazarash's study.
And is there any way in reading or looking around that I might get a sense that Kazarash was human turned dragon or was dragon turned human?
Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find something that might give you a timeline.
12.
With a 12, you don't notice much, but what you do catch is that written on all of these books, and you do know how to read and write common, are years that reference a time around the times of 10 to 50 AC, and having been given the information from Klaus, you know that it was it's about 870 AC now. With that much information, you're probably able to deduce that a dragon as big as Kazarash would not have recent use for books, and therefore if all these books are old, he was probably reading them when he was human.
Okay, so he's human turned dragon.
Probably.
Okay.
Most likely.
Okay.
Okay.
It would be weird if he was dragon turned human, because I have his heart.
Yeah, well, I also was like, maybe he could have transmuted again to something that doesn't need a heart. Are you Kazarash?
I was thinking that maybe he was just like transforming back and forth, you know.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
When he was with you guys, he was a dragon. When he was by himself, he was a human.
He's a human.
Yeah.
Does it seem like a back and forth type spell?
I don't know. DM master.
It could probably go either direction. You didn't roll a high enough Arcana check to know.
That's fair.
Can I just do like a quick investigation just to make sure that we didn't miss anything in the room?
Yeah, go for it.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing of import.
Okay. Okay, let us continue to the last door.
Great. I would like to take the spell and just stuff
Yeah,
it.
just the inscription of how that worked.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna take like a very nice looking book and put it in my
Cool.
in my satchel.
All right.
Yeah,
You make your way
absolutely
back
too.
to that one other room, and all doors were unlocked because Ima succeeded on that check. And so you pop that handle open and walk in, and you see a series of levers and switches that just with all y'all's intelligence scores, because you have a +1, right, Ima? Or +2. +1, +2, +2. You guys are generally intelligent. You could put together. This controlled the room with all the buzzing and whirring and machinery stuff. So it controlled, would have had the ability as well to shut down the mechanisms remotely before they were released. So basically the exact same thing as what you
Okay.
did when you flipped those switches, except a different room to control it.
Okay. And that is all that's in the room?
That's all that appears to be in the room, except it's spread out over a much larger series of switches.
Okay. Again, can I just do like a general investigation or perception just
To see if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Come here. I see the tip of my own nose.
Dang, that's really impressive.
Also, I definitely realized I think I might have been rolling persuasion when I meant to be rolling perception.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I-
that makes a difference.
I wish I would be making that mistake.
Guys, I'm
It's true.
old.
Your numbers would be way higher.
Can I do a once over the room too?
Yeah, go for it.
Now that I am for certain. Okay. Maybe not. I don't know. My brain. right now.
Investigation.
She's trying to persuade the room to
14.
tell her what's in it.
Nothing aside from just a very large series of...
So the double doors?
Show me your secrets room.
There is
no.
one last room you have not checked.
Yes.
One last
let
room.
us go throughout the entire dungeon to see if there are any illusions that have been lifted.
Yep.
Okay.
For the sake of just brevity, there are no other illusions that you appear to have missed. You still have not examined the mirror of greatest desire, and it is up to
Nope.
you whether you wish to
Nope.
avoid that still.
Nope.
We turned it down. We
That's true. You
Shut
did
it down.
that. You turned that off, so that wouldn't do anything
Yep.
anymore.
Yeah.
So nothing apparently that you have missed so far, except for that one room. When you left the massive rune room that had the giant slash mark in it, there was one space where you could have turned right and then turned left. That would have led in another space, and that is the one space you have not checked yet, aside from those two sets of double doors.
And the metal spikes are still on.
The what?
The metal balls.
Yes, they are still on, but you do not have to pass that point in order to get to that room.
Okay.
Did we not turn them off?
No, because someone destroyed the lever.
Okay.
It was a needed
You're right.
necessity.
Well, no, you did find. Actually, there was another switch that you guys pressed. In that one room off of the room with the gash in it, there was another switch that you flipped. That seemed to do something.
But we didn't know what.
You didn't know what.
Yeah.
But either way, you can get to the one room you haven't been to without going in there.
Okay. Do we want to explore there before we go to the sets of double doors?
Sounds good.
All right. You go into. You make your way back around through the room with the pillars, into the room with the gash mark, and then go out into that hallway, take a right, swing a left again. Walk down about a 20-foot hallway, and then you see a room with a bunch of little velociraptor skeletons at the bottom, sort of shattered and broken, and a very large series of swinging axes.
The swinging axes. Oh, sorry.
They're not
Aren't-
doing anything, they're just hanging from the ceiling right
Okay,
now.
but they're not swinging.
Nope.
Well, that's convenient.
Hey, Adra, would you like to check if you're not on the other side of the room?
Check for what? Sorry.
Basically, I'm trying to coerce you to walk into the room.
I'll walk in. When we fought the little skeleton velociraptors before, did they seem magical in nature? So maybe by like flipping the switch,
They seemed magical in nature, but they did not seem to be of the same magical nature that the temple was operating.
okay. I'll walk in the room.
Cool. Nothing happens.
Cool. Is it possible to before I walk there, does it look like the velociraptors got hit by the axes and that's why they're scattered?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can I do a quick investigation check, make sure there's nothing interesting in the room?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
We did investigation +2. A 12.
Nothing.
Okay, cool. There's nothing here.
So no doors, no anything. I can't see anything.
Nothing, apparently.
My vision of darkness.
Nothing.
Okay. And now
Back to the double doors?
as we recall all the switches that we turned off,
Yes.
do I remember anything that we haven't encountered
You have
yet?
encountered everything on those switches so far.
Okay.
Double doors.
Let us go to the double doors.
The double doors.
Which ones do we want to open first? I would say maybe the ones on the left would be. Or did we already open those?
You
I-
have not opened any of the double
Okay.
doors yet.
Can we just open both sets and I listen for dripping?
Do you try to open them at the same time? Or
Yeah.
Sure, I can
No.
open.
No.
No, maybe no.
Okay, I'll
Maybe
open.
not die
I'll open
from
the
two
ones on
directions.
the left first, because you said the door's unlocked. I checked for traps already,
yes.
and so there's no traps.
Mm-hmm.
When nothing's going right, take a left.
Okay, I'm gonna check the door on the left first, which is more like the straight one, right?
No,
Straight in
no, no.
front
So the one straight in front of you is the one on the far end of the hallway. The one to the left is directly to your left.
He got
Directly. Okay,
the right mixed up
got
with
it.
the
Got it.
other.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So I'll do the
Yeah.
one directly to the left first.
Yep. Okay. And as you open the double doors to your left,
Mm-hmm.
we will pick up there next time.
No.
Because we'll die.
It'll be fine. We've survived so far.
All right.
Really.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you next week on Moody&D. Bye, friends.
Bye.
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 Thank you all for tuning in and joining us this week. Moody&D streams live on XN Radio every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, and the podcast can be found on both Apple and Spotify starting the following Monday at 10 a.m. CST. If you missed part of our live episode or just want to listen to the episode again, we'd love to see you over there. You can also find us on Instagram at Moody_N_D. Again, that's the @ symbol, Moody _ the letter N _ and then the letter D. That's all for this week, friends. We love you, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.